So I just went outside, and this guy comes out of the door right next to me, and he's like, "What's up? You're not recording today? You're not taking pictures today? I always see you walk around taking pictures." I'm like, "No, should I be? Are you stalking me right now?" He's like, "No." And then right after that, he gets into a 22 license plate car right next to me. Like, I just keep walking, and then he just gets into it right next to me. It was like, I was just in like a good mood, and then he just like ruined the mood. I was like, fuck you, bro. People are fucking weird. And he just like has a smile on his face. Like, he's just and then last night at work, I saw this, I think it was a drone, or it looked like a plane or a helicopter coming as I was driving up to this intersection. It was like driving out in front of me, like they always do. They'll be like right in the middle of the street, right when I get to the intersection ahead of me, if they're not directly over me. So I'm driving up to this intersection. There's this plane or whatever coming up. It's like these blinking lights. It looks like a plane, and it's like coming up to fly in front of me as I drive up there. So I'm watching it as I drive up, and then right as I get to the intersection, it like stops. It just stops in place and then turns back the other direction. Like, it just stops all of a sudden and then just turns back, and like the lights turned off on it, and then it turned back. Like the blinking lights turned off, and there's just this one light on it. So like, it's just the blinking lights are on, and then it just stops, and they turn off, and then it goes this way. It looked like a drone or something. I don't know. That was weird. And then there was something else that happened at work last night that I was going to talk about. I forget. Oh, I went to Walmart. I delivered to Walmart. And I wish I was recording when I came into the parking lot. I recorded when I left the parking lot, but nothing really happened when I left the parking lot, so it's not like a very good video. They were gang stalkers, but they were like far away from me, so I didn't really like catch them. Like as I drove out of the parking lot, but as I drove into the parking lot, it was like 100 white trucks gang stalking me. It was like a ton of white cars gang stalking me. Like, they're all driving out at the same time. Like, I know that they're gang stalkers because they're all driving out at the exact same time. And there's a bunch of red cars too. And like as I'm driving up, like at the front of the building, there's this red car parked in front of the building, and there's this other red car coming out, and it turns out, and I drive by the parked red car, and it like drives out all of a sudden and gets in my way all of a sudden. Like, I would have ran into it if I wasn't paying attention. It seems like they've been trying to cause an accident lately. Like, more frequently than you. Like, they always do stuff like that, but like, it's like they're trying to get me in an accident. He just drove right out in front of me like he didn't see me coming. And then something else happened last night, I forgot. But then Yeah, like I just walk outside though, and it's just it's just another day of being stalked. I just walk by this old lady getting in a white SUV, and she's looking over at me like she's scared. Like, why are you doing it if you're scared? Like, if they're willingly doing it, why are you doing it if you're scared? Like, why did you sign up for this if you're scared to do it? I don't think every one of them signed up willingly, but if they did, I don't know. This makes no sense to me why you would do it if you're scared, and why you would bring your children out if you're scared, and why you would do it if you're an old senior lady, an old 80-year-old lady that can't walk, let alone defend herself against somebody that you're fucking with all day, to try to get them to snap on you, a 80-year-old lady. And then I see 80-year-old ladies that like smile in my face and think it's funny. Like they're taunting me, like they want me to snap and slap them in the face. Why? You're insane. Anyway. I swear something else happened at work last night that I'm trying to think about. Oh, there's this cop that pulled someone over right when I got. Oh, I remember what it was. But also, there's this cop that pulled someone over right when I was leaving a delivery. Like the first street that I turn on to after the delivery, there's just this cop that had someone pulled over on my way back. And then right as I turn out onto the street, he's like opening the door on his cop car. And then there's this other delivery I was on where right as I'm leaving, I see these taillights turn on ahead of me. I'm like, oh, here we go. And I just see this car up the street with its taillights. Right as I start the car, and then I drive ahead, and right as I drive by the house, the garage door closes, and there's a white SUV. It was a white SUV, you know. And the garage door closes right as I drive by the house. And then like it always seems like it's slow before I get to work, and then it just gets busier after I get there, and then there's just a bunch of customers coming in with license plate numbers and white cars and red shirts and things. It's just always slow. It's just always dead before I get there, and then a few minutes after I get there, it starts to get busy. Which, you know, you could say it's the time of the day. I don't know. Because I work like evening shift usually. So, it's like supper time. Okay, it's gonna get a little busier. But it probably would be less busy if I wasn't there. Because a lot of the customers that come in are gang stalking me as they come in. They walk in the door synchronized with a red shirt. But they just always have cars driving extremely slow in front of me, especially if I'm in a hurry to get somewhere and they know this. They're gonna capitalize on it, and then like they just want to cause as much stress and just they just want to stress you out and make you angry. And then, like I said, my coworkers will just be standing around and then move at a moment to synchronize on me, and we'll all be closing, and I'm trying to make the process of closing move faster so that we can all get out early as possible. That's what I'm trying to do, but everybody else is moving around strategically and standing around to wait to move around strategically, to stalk me, and wasting time. And getting in my way purposefully, wasting my time, which then wastes everybody's time because I'm just a cog in the machine. And if you waste my time, that slows down the whole closing process. So you're wasting your time. But then they're like stressing that they want to get out. It's like, stop stalking me and then we can all get out early. Just focus on the job and do it fast as possible, and stop standing around looking at your phone waiting for me to walk by this place so you can walk in front of me or make a banging noise at a certain moment or whatever. It's stupid, and they just cause traffic jams for the entire town, and they clog up the traffic for the entire town. Makes no sense why you would be a gang stalker.